Welcome to the world of comedy on BBC Video.
Hi!
Something to get excited about.
Bravo! Something for the benefit of the country as a whole.
Crikey, there's a stroke of luck.
A knockout trip through comedy.
You're forgetting about Space Tour Directive 1742.
No member of the Corps should ever report for duty in a ginger toupee.
And stacked with surprises.
Say that, so.
Now, petrol tank. That's no place to bring up a small child, is it?
There's slapstick.
Oh! What does that fool think he's up to?
Situation.
My husband was a policeman. Look who's come to help, my darling.
I've started repressed false memory therapy. I'll get something on you yet.
Stand up.
Okay, let's funk it up a little bit, come on.
Sit down. Homicidal. Historical.
You really do walk into these things, don't you?
Hysterical. And some of it's just
Uncategorisable. Is that a word?
Aha!
It is now.
What is it that women want? In your case, what women want is someone else, isn't it?
My name's Paul Calf.
Only me!
best comedy around.
Thanks. It's 8 o'clock. This is the day-to-day.
Oh, yes, now.
And this is just a taste.
I don't believe it.
But don't take our word for it. We asked the man in the street for his opinion. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Brilliant. Terrific.
Marvellous.
And there's more.
Oh, good heavens, no.
Including me. So get stuck into BBC Comedy. The laughs are on us. All these and more are available on video.
How annoying are those locks to wear?
I kind of got quite used to them now.
What are they made of?
Hair. You want a poem? Oh, about... You want a poem? OK. I knew this kid at school by the name of George McGee. He was always passing wind and blaming it on me. He'd hit me in the classroom and he'd hit me in PE. He'd wait for me to get the ball when we were playing in the gym. Then he'd push me over or kick me in the shin. He was that sort of kid, the sort of kid who cheats at conkers. Wasn't totally his fault, though. His family were bonkers. His dad did his homework once, made me a jealous sight. That is until he got his book back and found out it wasn't right. But he was that sort of kid. The sort of kid who washes hamsters in Vim. The doctors took him away and did some tests on him. I hadn't seen him from that to this until, despite my pleading, the little sneak on Tuesday week, he pulled me up for speeding.
Has Tommy survived from his computer rashes?
Oh, it's you, is it? Come down here, let me have a look at you. This was a bit of a smart-ass question, wasn't it, mister? What was that?
Has Holly survived from his computer rashes?
Has Holly survived
Yes.
his computer rashes? He's been putting ointment on it, I think. A kind of lanolin-based ointment that you rub in and it makes it all right. Where are you from?
England.
You're from England.
How do you say you most like Lister?
How am I most like him? I think the characters are very much kind of caricatures of ourselves, really. You know, I mean, the sort of, you know, you take all the kind of weird little idiosyncrasies that everyone has, and you kind of make them bigger. You know, Robert is very like Crichton in lots of ways. Danny's definitely like the cat in a lot of ways. I mean, Danny's got more clothes than anyone I know. Danny John Jules could change his clothes every 4 seconds for a year, and he still wouldn't run out of clothes.
Did you enjoy doing tongue-tied with Danny and the others?
Oh, no, it was a nightmare from start to finish. I'm not a synchronised dancer. I had a pair of white high-heel boots on. I looked like Diana Ross. Honestly, it was a nightmare getting there. I thought, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. And we had to go and sing backing vocals and all this kind of stuff. And Danny's got a brilliant voice, but he sings in a key that I'm not familiar with.
I've got a dog called Poppy. You know the Cavalier King Charles, the bulging eyes, you know, without you even having to give him a squeeze. You know? And the dog coming up to you like that, I can't do the bulging eyes, you know, coming up, doing all this, very excited, they're a very lovely dog, they give a lot of affection, they're lovely dogs, you know, but she just frustrates me because I just think, what the hell do you want, Poppy? What do you want? If she could just come up and speak, you know, and just say, Norm, check this out, you know. Can you put my Marty Feldman video on for me? And when you've done that, can you change the water in my bowl because there's a bit of dust on the surface? I don't like that, Norm. And don't just run the tap. Don't give me the first couple of feet. I want the stuff that's a mile away, you know. When you've done that, Norm, take me for a walk round the block. I just want to do a wee, a poo. And Norm, when I'm doing a poo, don't stare at me. And also then she'll get back, and she'll invariably do that surfing across the carpet on her bottom with the front paws. I mean, I was around somebody's house, his dog did that once, and I thought, that is so funny, that dog is fun. Look at it, it's going along, like his ears are going back, going quite fast, you know, across the carpet, corner to corner, you know. I thought, that is funny, and then I discovered what the hell the dog was doing. And it's wiping its bottom on your carpet. Corner to corner for the longest wipe possible. I mean, isn't that disgusting? If a member of your family did that, I mean, you'd never speak to them again, would you?
Do you believe you'll ever get to Silicon Heaven? And if you do, what do you think you'll find there?
Oh, it'll be like a sort of Dixon's. A Dixon's showroom on a sunny day. Going on forever. A Dixon's superstore. Imagine that.
Did you enjoy your experiences in America?
In the American pilot? Yes. I had a different mask on then in those days, with a different mouth, which meant I could eat humanoid food, which is an extraordinary experience. And in America, they give you a lot of food on a big table. It goes on forever. And it's called craft services, and there's lots of men who come and replenish your Danish pastries and your nuts and your Coke. And you just spend all day eating. And then they say, would you mind coming to say a line? And you say, well, I'll just finish this croissant. And I'll just maybe take a shower, and then I'll talk to one of my many agents. And then I'll wander over in my limousine to the studio and say one line, and then I'll go home. And for that, I'm paid $43,000. Yes, I enjoyed it. 1 week. 1 week. Marvelous.
How do you remember Space Corps directive numbers?
They're written up on very large pieces of card for me.
Do either of you have a favourite episode from Red Dwarf? Or scene?
I like that scene with you.
When Lister's underpants were shrinking. It was an extraordinary moment for both of us. And there was another moment when we were riding 4 horses in Gunman of the Apocalypse.
Tell that story, because you make me sound like a right git.
Gunman of the Apocalypse. It's a rainy day near Brands Hatch in Kent. 4 men sit on 4 horses. 2 of those men, Danny John Jules and Mr. Llewellyn, have ridden horses before. Due to their experience with riding horses, they know that they are capable of riding. They are also aware of the dangers. Mr. Christopher Barry has never ridden a horse before. It has no steering wheel. It's not fitted with an aspirated V8 engine, which is the sort of thing he's used to. Mr. Charles has never ridden a horse before. Mr. Charles has no fear.
I will now do a very poor impersonation of Mr. Charles on a horse.
Hey, let's hit it and see what happens. Whack!
When I saw you for the first time, my knees began to quiver, and I got a funny feeling in my kidneys and my liver, digestive system, baby. My hands they started shaking, and my heart began to thumping. My breakfast left my body, but darling, tell me something. Why do you make me tongue-tied? Whenever you are near me, a tight tongue. Whenever you're